I just saw a video on YouTube made by a genius who has solved the energy crisis. I will let the genius explain his invention himself.
Basically, what I'm going to say is, basically, we're going to get back to the way this works. Okay, this motor runs on basically 1 point, less than 1 amp. So if your alternator is running at 13.6, basically you can turn this with 13.6 amps constantly. And because the alternator is not hooked up to the back tire, it can actually move the motor with the transmission on the front and just the open wheel on the back. So that's going with the pulley to the alternator, which is running the alternator constantly. And because the alternator is running constantly, it's making a constant current, which means it's constantly making power. And with the transmission on the front, it is saying whether the back tire is actually going to move. So when you're parked, you can put the transmission in neutral, but the back of the motor will still be spinning. That's what produces your power for your home. Simple as that. So that's the DCX system. People say it can't be done. I don't really see the problem why they say that. So that's the DCX explanation for how it works. So long.
This is brilliant! I wonder why nobody else on the entire planet has thought of this idea. Basically, what this person says we should do, and I think it's brilliant, it's just words can't describe just how clever this idea is. You take an automobile alternator, which this guy claims puts out 13.6 amps, and you take a DC motor that consumes 1 amp, and you use that 1 amp motor to power that 13.6 amp alternator, and you've got 12.6 amps to do with as you please. You can power your car with it, or you can park that car next to your house and put it in neutral, and the alternator is still running, generating 13.6 amps, and that's running the motor, which is consuming 1 amp. So you've got 12.6 amps for your household appliances, your lights and, whatever the heck. Brilliant idea! Just brilliant! I'm shocked. Shocked, I say, that no physicist out there has ever thought of this idea before.
The whole town must be utterly destroyed. An example must be made.
You're starting to piss me off.
Okay, well, maybe not so brilliant. These inventors out there who do not even understand the difference between an amp in DC at 1 voltage compared to the difference of an amp AC at another voltage. Why don't they look that up in Wikipedia, perhaps, or ask a kindergarten graduate, maybe.
Besides, I'm better now. I'm on medication.